Welcome back to another YouTube video, and in today's video we partnered with Mooncool to bring you the assembly of the TK1 folding E-Trike. This is the first E-Trike that we've done on our channel, so the assembly and review will be different, but this is definitely a unique bike. A link to it will be in the description. Stick around for the assembly.
Hi, good morning. We're going to now show you the assembly of the TK1 folding E-Trike. As you can see, well, I've already got rid of the cardboard box, and I will say it's a big cardboard box. It comes in a big square one, obviously, because it's a trike. All the components here look quite well protected. I'm not going to bore you with the unpacking and stuff, so we'll unpack it, maybe fast forward on the unpacking. So the first thing we're going to be doing is moving the frame back to 90 degrees here so it goes in line, and then this will just clip in place. Okay, it has got a to open it you just pull the switch and then pull again and it's going to open up again. It's a very simple operation, that is. Okay, so next part we're going to do is to pull the stem here for the handlebars. That's going to go up, so that just pulls up. It is a little bit stiff, but it will come up. So clip that into place. Again, the same sort of ratchet here, that will just clip in. A quick release mechanism here for putting the handlebars in. Okay, so you can just release that off, so it's nice and loose to start with. Okay, so the handlebars itself, they will come with a minimum and maximum that you've got to put them in. So that's the maximum height you can have on that one. It will still be safe, and it will fit slowly, snugly into place into the actual bars itself, and held by this quick release mechanism here. So all that's going to happen here, this is going to slide in, and you can see here, so I've gone right the way down, depends on your height, so we'll have it mid-range around about 4. Start to tighten that up by hand, and again make sure, what you've got to make sure of is this is nice and tight in place here. Got the saddle, which is massive and very, very supportive. It has got again a guide on here, so that's the minimum you've got to have that into the actual frame itself. Again, I'll go mid-range, I'll go about 4 or 5 to start, but it gives me a bit of adjustment on there. So it's going to slide in place. So like I said, I'll do it around about 5, somewhere around there. And again, just do the nut up on the back and clip that in place. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to put the front wheel on. The mudguard came in place with mine, so there was no need to put that on, which is good. They are metal mudguards as well, so quite substantial. We have got, what I've done, obviously I'm protecting the bike, put some carpet down, but what I would be inclined to do is to turn the bike over, because it gives you a little bit more play with it. On the bottom here you've got a protective bar that stops any damage to the forks, which you won't need. Also, when you're putting the wheel in, if you look on the top here, you've got an insert here which you've got to pull out, a little blue insert. I would keep that safe, so if you've ever storing it or doing work, it's going to protect the disc pads in there. So take that out, put that to one side. Now on here, the actual wheel itself comes with a quick release mechanism here. So what you have to do is take one side off here, take the spring off as well, and then just offer it through the actual wheel itself, and then you're going to put it back on exactly the same as you've done taking it off. So the spring goes in, narrow end first. Okay, and just a couple of turns on there. Okay, when we're offering it up, just a case of being very careful with the disc as it goes into the pads here. So just nice and gently into there. What I would check, just make sure it's freewheeling before you do anything. And then what you can do is just adjust up the nut side here first. Tiny bit more. Good. And again, just double check that freewheels quite nicely. What we're going to do, next thing we're going to do is put the rack itself on the front of the bike. I'll do this while it's upside down, but you could turn it over. So what that's going to do is in effect fit onto there. So what you've got to do is remove these 4 Allen bolts here on the front. So each one of those so we're going to put all the bolts back into the frame itself, into here. And you're going to repeat that on each of those. It is a bit adjustable on that, so just get your bolts in, then adjust to what you need on each one. So all this does, the bolt itself just goes through the bottom of the rack here. You've got an Allen key one side here, and you've got a bolt the other, so you can just hold that in nice and tight. You can adjust the light afterwards, so there's no point in rushing that for a moment, but just make sure that when you're tightening this up that you've got it in line. So keep the light in line while tightening. Okay, as I say, you can adjust the height of that against the wall to get the crate beam so you're not dazzling people when you've finished up. Okay, so now we're just going to put the basket on top of the rack, line the holes up. Again, they're a bit more adjustable, and you've got 4 Allen bolts here. I've started one off here, and literally all they do is just screw in place. Like I said, there's a bit of adjustment on here, so don't do them all too tight to start with. And you're going to repeat that on all 4 bolts. I'm going to connect up the light switch now, and what we can do, we can cable tie all of these, but when you're putting these connectors together, you look for the little arrow here, and again twist this around till you find the arrow in place and line the 2 arrows up. That's particularly important, otherwise you'll damage the connectors inside. And all that's going to happen to those once you've got them lined up is they will click together with a bit of force. Okay, we're going to fit the mudguard onto the back 2 wheels. So the mudguard itself comes with a built-in light, which again is the same connector to marry up, and down on the wheel here you'll find the connecting part here. Again, line the 2 arrows up, but I would do that once you've fitted this on. To do it, when you're putting these on, the bracket on the bottom is held by 2 Allen key bolts, which you've got to undo. Quite stiff because they've got this waxy blue paint on. So might need a little bit of playing around with. So to undo those first, and it's got then a little groove out of there. That little groove, if you look down on the frame, has got to marry up with that little nodule on the frame itself. Okay, which I'll demonstrate in a second. So the first thing to do, you're going to have to take one of these bolts right the way out. Again, this is a little bit fiddly because you haven't got a lot of room when you start putting this on, because you've got the back bike rack as well in the way. So this is reasonably time consuming, because you've got to make sure that the bolts are in nice and tight as well, because obviously this is the only bit that's going to hang on to it. So when you're putting this on onto the actual frame itself, you see where it sits in there. So you've got the sitting on the front of that. when you're bringing this round, just be careful of this, of the actual wire itself, because putting this in, you might have to then do the same with this bolt as well. Because what you don't want to be doing is catching that cable as you're putting it in. So slacken that right off. Okay, offer that up again, and then what you're looking to do is to slide this in, missing the cable, but you are a little bit tight for room when you're doing this. Okay, so tightening this up is a little bit fiddly. Okay, what I would do is just do a bit one side, and then work on the other side as well, because you don't want to really do too much one side, because it needs to be sort of an equal distance both sides. Is off of the display, so this marries up again. Remember what I said before, we look for the arrow here and we look for the arrow on here, and then all we're going to do is push these two, making sure the arrows are up together. Takes a little bit of fiddling around, and then clip together.
Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the assembly of the Mooncool TK1 folding trike. This is the first ever trike we've assembled, and there will be a review, so stick around for the review. Watch the review before buying it to see whether or not you should be investing your money in such a cool looking bike. I really love the colour coordination between the blue and the black. I'll put a link down in the description. It's currently on offer. You're saving £500, and the bike retails for £1,899, which I will show you on my phone now. So, as you can see, you can get it in a variety of different colours. So you can go orange, blue, grey, white, purple. So multiple different colours that you can choose from. Top range of 45 miles and top speed of 15.5 miles an hour, with a motor of 250 watts and a battery capacity of 36 volt to 20 amps. The original price is £2,399, and it's on offer at £1,899. And if you can't afford to pay out all that money at once, you can make free payments of £633 at 0% interest. And you can add lots of different accessories with it. So a link to this will be in the description down below. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the review.